The elevation setting's simple. Your original 10 clicks are the average setting for 200 yards. Your first shot shows whether it's too much, too little, or just right for your rifle. You make whatever correction you need to hit exactly where you aim each shot. Check it, and that's your elevation 0. Any other questions? Let's have another problem. Another man, another rifle. We'll stick to the 200-yard range because it's clear and simple. But don't forget, you'll have to zero your rifle for 300 and 500 yards, too. The figures for these other ranges are different, but the principle is exactly the same. All right? Say you have a wind from 5 o'clock, and you estimate its velocity at 10 miles an hour. What wind allowance will you make? Crandon.
10 miles an hour at 5 o'clock, sir? That would be 2 for 200. Times 10 for 10 miles an hour. Divided by 10. So the 2 tens cancel, and there's 2 clicks right.
Do you agree with that? Matthews?
No, sir, because the wind is from 5 o'clock, and you make only half the allowance. 1 click right, sir.
That's it. Remember that, Crandon. Half the allowance for winds from 1, 5, 7, and 11 o'clock. Okay. The wind gauge is centered to start with. You take 1 click of right windage. How do you set your elevation to start with? Falcon.
10 clicks up, sir.
10 clicks up from where?
First you run it all the way down, sir, then 10 up.
Fine. Very well. You've taken 1 click of right windage and 10 clicks of elevation for your first shot. Assume your aim and your call are perfect. Say you call a center bull. And your discs are 3 at 11 o'clock. What's your elevation correction, Hawkins?
Looks like it's about 6 inches above the black, sir. So that's 5 inches on the black and 6 above. That's 11 inches.
Okay, go on.
Each click will bring it down 2 inches. So for 11 inches, I take 6 clicks down. That's 6 clicks off the 10 I started with. 6 from 10 is 4. 4 clicks up from the bottom. You check it, and if your next shots hit where you aim them, that's your elevation 0.
Good. Now the 0 windage. You've taken 1 click of right windage to begin with. Here's the strike. Link.
That's about 3 inches out in the fore-ring, sir. 8 inches from the center of the bull. 4 clicks right to move it 8 inches right.
And you've already taken 1 click of right windage, so?
So I just take 4 more clicks right, and that makes 5 clicks right. But that's not the 0 windy, sir, because the 0 is the setting you need if there's no wind. The 0 is 4, sir.
If?
Oh, yes, sir. If your next shot's check it.
That's it. Now, there's a time saver with your elevation 0 for 200 yards. Once you've got it, and you're sure of it, you can make a permanent adjustment of your range scale for 200 yards. But let me warn you, this is a ticklish business. You're not to make this adjustment except with the authority of your platoon leader and under supervision of a non-com. For instance, in the problem we just did, you found the correct elevation for your rifle at 200 yards to be only 4 clicks. But that was with the imaginary rifle we were dealing with, mind you. Now, with your rifle, you may find the 0 to be 7, 12, or 15 clicks. Whatever the number is, be sure that your elevating knob is set that many clicks from the bottom. Then, loosen the screw you see there in the middle of the elevating knob. Move the scale so that it's set for 200. tighten the screw again and be sure it's tight. If it's not, you'll lose your elevating knob. That's how you set your correct 200-yard elevation for keeps. But remember, that's for 200 yards only. You have to zero separately for 300 and 500 yards. All of your zeros are important. Let me say it again. Write them in your scorebook and learn them by heart. That scorebook can be a lot of help to you if you use it right. Look through it. If you get rusty on the elevation and windage rules, here they are, with tables and examples that show you how they work. Here are the dimensions of A and B and D targets. Here are windage diagrams too. They show the correct allowances to make for winds of various velocities all around the clock for the 2, 3, and 500-yard ranges. But I don't want you to get the habit of depending on the book for wind allowances. Shooting a target is only your training for the bigger job you'll be doing later. And you don't take a scorebook into combat. First of all, of course, the scorebook is for keeping track of your scores and how you made them. Turn to the rifle recording sheet. Take one that's headed 200 and 300 yards, slow fire recording sheet, and I'll go through it and show you how to use it. All right, place. Give the name of your post, camp, or station, in this case, Fort Benning. Then today's date, the hour, wind velocity, say 10 miles, from 7 o'clock. The light is bright. Weather, warm. Range, 200. And you'll do your first firing from the prone position. You'll fill in all those spaces before you go to the firing line. Okay, let's say you're ready to begin zeroing. For 200 yards, you'll start with 10 clicks of elevation. Turn your elevating knob all the way down. Then up 10 clicks. Now for windage. You've got a 10-mile wind from 7 o'clock. That's 2 for 200 yards, times 10 for the wind velocity, divided by 10, which gives you 2. But you only take half of that for 7 o'clock, which is 1. 1 click left windage because the 7 o'clock wind's from your left. Write these settings down. Position, sight picture, trigger squeeze, all correct. So, you fire your first shot. You call a center 5 and immediately make a dot in the center of the little circle under call in your scorebook. The call is important. Don't forget to put it down. Now, your disc for 3 at 8 o'clock. Enter the actual hit on the M1 target in your scorebook. Number it 1 because it's your first shot and you've got to keep track. Then mark the score in the value column under Val. A 3. Now, adjust your sight. The chances are you won't get a perfect setting the first time, but make your corrections. Use your target dimension. From the center to the edge of the bull is 5 inches. Say this hit is 6 inches low. So you'll want 3 clicks more of elevation. That's your original 10 clicks and 3 clicks more. So 13 clicks is the elevation you'll use for your second shot. Put it down and change your setting. Now, I estimate that this hit is 12 inches to the left of center. At 200 yards, it'll take 6 clicks right. Now, you started with 1 click of left windage, and your corrected setting, when you've turned your wind gauge 6 clicks right from the 1 click left, will be 5 clicks right. Put that down in your scorebook. But you've got to check it before you can be sure.